Hello you guys, welcome back. So today it is my birthday. So you guys, I am 26 today. Honestly, I am so excited for 26. I feel like it's going to be a really great year. I think it's going to be a year of growth, self-development, and not putting up with no more bullshit. So I am very excited for 26. So today I wanted to get ready with you guys. We're gonna do my makeup, my hair, and I'm gonna talk about what I learned being 25, all the lessons I learned. Girl, it was a hard year for everyone. 2020 was kind of a shitty year, but I did do a lot of learning and I wanted to share that with you guys. And then I wanted to talk about some of my goals for 26. A lot of them are like, you know, kind of mental health goals, spiritual goals, business goals. I wanted to talk about it all with you guys here today. So thank you for hanging out with me on my birthday. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I will be in LA during my birthday, so I would love to take you guys along with that. I'm gonna play tourist. I've never been to LA before, so I'm super excited. But yeah, I'm excited for 26. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and let's get into the get ready with me. Okay, so let's start out with what I would tell my 25-year-old self if I could go back in time and give her some warnings. The first thing is actions speak volumes. You know, if they wanted to, they would have done it. And that's something I really wish I could have told myself and like imprinted in my brain during 25, because I wasted a lot of time either settling on my standards or kind of waiting around for a person who wasn't ready to give me their all. So if I could tell myself one thing, it would be to listen to those red flags, listen to the actions that they are showing you. You know, don't listen to the words so much. You know, people will tell you whatever they think you want to hear to just continue easing through a relationship. If it's a toxic relationship, you know, they'll tell you, oh, you know, this is coming, or, you know, I want to make you my girlfriend very soon. That was kind of the standard of 25 for me. Like, I ended up being with this guy way too long because there was all these false expectations that he kind of set, and also that I think I also allowed, you know, just kind of settling for mediocre. And I'm at the point, you guys, where now if I get like a red flag or something isn't sitting right with me, I am gonna move along before I catch feelings, before it gets really deep, you know, because I feel like people show themselves right away to you, but you also kind of create your own narrative about what they are, or, you know, you set like imaginary storylines between you and another person. I mean, that's typically what I would do. You know, he could be great on paper, but you guys don't really click like chemistry wise or emotionally. You know, your gut is the best way to tell you if something is right, and I personally believe once it's really right, you'll know. You know, it will just feel perfect. You won't second guess a person's like intentions or their actions towards you. So that is the number one thing I learned from being 25, is that people are going to show their ass right away, and it's up to you to acknowledge that, or you can pretend like you're not seeing it, but they're gonna show their true intentions with you. And it's up to you to be the strong person saying, one, I don't deserve this, or I deserve better, or two, you can just continue going along with it and be unhappy, because, you know, you can't change a person at the end of the day, and, you know, you can only change who you are around. The second thing I learned from being 25 is that setting goals are key. You guys, on a weekly basis, I go through, I set all of my goals for that week, things I want to accomplish, how many times a week I want to read, work out, what days I'm meal prepping. I plan it down to the day. I plan out the littlest things, because if you go into the week knowing how your week is going to be, you're going to be that much more productive than versus, you know, taking it day by day, or or you can take it day by day, but at least set your goals the night before. So, you know, you're going to bed knowing exactly what you're going to do the next day. Otherwise, if you just kind of wake up, you really, you know, it's hard to come up with a plan. It might feel overwhelming, but if you break it down day by day, I promise you can achieve so many more of your goals. So that's my one tip, whether it's Sunday afternoon or night or Monday morning. Write down a list of your week, whether it's in a planner, just a notebook, and just write down things that you want to accomplish, whether it's health-wise, cooking, errands you have to run, things like projects you're working on, schoolwork, whatever it might be, just so you have a good idea of where your week is going to go. And I promise it's going to make you that much more successful in hitting your goals. So the next thing I learned at 25, I know I look a little crazy, was really how to be truly independent. With 26 coming right around the corner, that means getting off your parents' health insurance and really separating from your parents fully. My parents were so amazing. They've helped me out so much with school, finances, extra money. Any way that they can help me out, they have helped me out, which I've been really grateful for. I mean, don't get it twisted. I have always worked since I was 16, but you know, they have really supported me as much as they can, and I'm so grateful for that. I really felt like in my bones it was time to be a little bit more independent. I've always lived with roommates, so when you live with roommates, you know, you can fall on them for support, you know, not financially or anything, but you know, having someone there is so nice. But I really just wanted to take my independence to the next level. It felt right for me to move into my own place, and honestly, it was the best thing I have done being 26. It's a whole new kind of realm of independence, you know, finding the apartment by myself, touring the apartment, signing the lease, you know, making sure I was financially able to afford this place, working my butt off because I know I have to pay rent. The independence is super rewarding, I must say. Like, you know, there's some days where I'm stressed out about finances, bills, all of that, but really having your own place to show for yourself is so nice. It's so rewarding, and I love living alone. I feel like I get time to breathe and to reflect on the day and just be alone and kind of be with my thoughts. I really love living alone, and if you are financially able to and it's something you want to do, I cannot recommend it enough. I was scared that I would isolate myself because I'm typically like kind of, you know, I like being alone a lot. Like I can get into hermit mode real quick, but actually I found myself like really, you know, like enjoying my time with friends that much more, because I do spend a lot of time alone, but when I get with friends, you know, it makes it that much more special. And you know, I have the option to opt out of hanging out with people or go and hang out with people, and I don't feel lonely at all. I love living alone, and it was one of the best things I did at 25. And the last lesson I learned at 25 is, girl, get your money up and you know, start that hobby, that business, whatever it is that you want to do. This was a huge year of growth for me. I actually started this YouTube channel, I think right around, yeah, it had to have been right around the beginning, or like my birthday last year. So this has been going on for about a year now. Obviously I want to, you know, I have bigger goals than where I'm at right now with my subscriber base and, you know, videos and content and stuff like that. But I am really proud of what I have done at 25, as far as kind of taking the leap, doing something scary that I didn't really know how to do, and turning it into like a huge passion of mine. Like I absolutely love doing YouTube, and it's also a great second source of income too. Like I'm not even gonna lie, that really sets me up for 26 really well, because I have an extra source of income. So that means I can invest in a nice apartment like this. I would have never been able to afford this apartment if I didn't have this source of income. Let's be real. If I was just working my 9 to 5, I would be living in kind of not as nice place. So yeah, I think starting this business at 25 was one of the best things I could do. Honestly, if you have one takeaway from this video, start that business or start some sort of hobby that gives you a sense of purpose, because I personally know that before, when I was just working my 40-hour-a-week job, I didn't really have a sense of purpose. You know, I had just gotten right out of college. I was like, I went from having the time of my life in college to just working all the time and seeing my friends, you know, maybe on the weekend, but really not that often. And it was depressing. And, you know, I think you have to find ways to serve yourself and not be surrounded by people, you know, whether it's a hobby of yours, setting up a routine, creating a business, whatever it might be, to fulfill your self-worth, your sense of self-worth. I think it's worth it, even if it's scary, even if you don't know if it's going to go off well. I think it's something that would really fulfill you, and it has fulfilled me so much. I absolutely love what I'm doing, and I just can't wait for it to continue to grow. Like, I can't wait to see where I'm at next year. And so I'm just very excited about the future. And I think all that excitement is pretty much due to all of my business goals and my personal goals, you know? So definitely set those goals and, you know, work at them every day. Okay, so I have my base on. Next we are gonna talk about what my goals are for 26. I got 12 months to do these. And so I have a list. It's a long list, but you guys, I really want to grow kind of like spiritually or mental health wise. I want to get a little deeper with myself. So a lot of these are kind of like that. So let's go through them. So the first two are kind of combined. So I want to read more and I want to meditate more, and kind of combine that with like being off of social media as much. Social media is a great way for people, you know, to connect with people, obviously, and it's a great way to make money, but there have been many days where I am just aimlessly scrolling, and you know, there's never an end to Instagram. The feed's gonna scroll on infinitely. So, you know, I mean, and they made that on purpose so that people would spend a lot of time on there and not realize how much time they're spending on there. But I want to be a little bit more aware of how much time I'm spending on social media and kind of replace that with reading more. I don't know if I've ever brought it up to you guys, but sometimes I have a hard time communicating. Like, I have a hard time getting my points across, and that's something I've struggled, especially being on YouTube. Like, you know, I'll have to re-say something like 3 or 4 times so it comes out clear and concise and my actual thoughts are coming through. I mean, sometimes I like it to be a little bit more authentic, but when I'm like doing reviews and stuff, everything needs to be clear and concise. But I truly notice a change in my communication skills when I read more. It might sound weird, but like, I think the more I read, and you know, I'm a really bad reader. Let's be real. I suck at reading, and don't get me started with reading out loud. It sounds like it's my second language when I try and read out loud. So I want to spend more time reading and being a better reader, and honestly just enjoying that quiet, peaceful time where you don't have a distraction of TV or social media. I want to be able to find books enjoyable. So I've been picking up some books. I really like comedy books. They're kind of my favorite. So I picked up one by Tina Fey. I think that's her name. The girl from Mean Girls, the teacher. And then I picked up The Wait by Megan Good, which I'm like, girl, who do you think you are? Like, The Wait? I'm not wait. Like, I'm not someone who is practicing abstinence, but maybe I might after this. I don't know. I've heard from a few people that it's a really good read, and so I picked it up, and so those are the next 2 books I'm going to be reading. I want to find more books that I actually genuinely enjoy reading. I always go for like the self-help or like the management books, you know, a lot of kind of like boring stuff like that. I mean, I do like reading them, but it's not something you want to continue reading. Like, you want to like flip through the whole book, you know. So I wanted to pick up some more fun books that actually are entertaining and not so much like self-help, if that makes any sense. So along with reading more, I want to get into meditating. Honestly, I challenged myself to meditate every night for like 20 minutes, I think like 2 weeks ago, and you guys, it was transformative. Like I woke up feeling amazing. I woke up not groggy. Excuse me. I went to sleep right away. You know, my mind wasn't racing at night, because I don't know about you guys, but when I hop into bed, my brain goes alive and I hate it, because it's like, dang, where were you all day? But I think that's pretty common when you don't have all these distractions. Then your brain wants to go wild finally. So meditating helped me a lot with going to sleep. It made me feel more energetic during the day. It made me feel overall better, and like I was paying attention to like little details, whether it was just things I was seeing, things I was hearing, how I was feeling internally, because a lot of the times I don't really check on myself. You know, I stay busy. I also find so many ways to entertain myself or stay busy that I don't really reflect on how I am feeling at the moment. So meditating was a great way to do that. Honestly, you just relax your mind. You really try and stay focused on like yourself, like your body, how your body's feeling, how, you know, your butt feels on the ground, and don't let your mind wander into thoughts and stuff like that. It's kind of hard at first, but it is really a cool feeling, and I promise if you try it a few times, you're really gonna like it. So I want to meditate more, whether it's right before bed or in the morning or even midday. If I'm feeling tired or overwhelmed, just sit for 20 minutes and chill and like, you know, collect myself. Okay, so the next goal I have for 26 is to film when I actually want to. You guys, I am such a planner. I'm such an like organized person, almost to a fault. So I set all of these deadlines, and I think it really does make me a really productive person. So it's a double-edged sword, because some days I'm not in the mood to talk to anyone, and so the last thing I should be doing is hopping on YouTube and making a video, because you guys can totally see when, you know, when I'm either zoned out or really not feeling it or low energy. So I want to give myself a little bit more wiggle room and grace to only film when I want to. It will honestly make me a better YouTuber, but I think you guys will like my personality more when, you know, when I'm actually feeling like talking, not when I have like deadlines and stuff. So I want to give myself much more space to be a little bit more open and creative with my channel and just film when I want to. I'm such a deadline-oriented person. So, you know, just for instance, let's say it's Saturday, and Saturdays are typically my biggest filming days. You know, I try and block film a few videos because I do work all week, so filming a few videos only makes sense to do on the weekend so I can edit throughout the week. But let's say it's a Saturday and I don't feel like doing that. I need to just give myself the okay to say, no, we're not going to do this, and change it up. So that's something I'm working on. It's hard for me, you guys, because then like the stress of not doing it is overwhelming for me too, and then I feel like I have to do it during the weekday when it's, you know, when I'm exhausted from work. And it's really hard doing YouTube and working and all of that. I mean, it's super rewarding and I love it, but I just set up all these expectations for myself, and I don't give myself a whole lot of room to just chill one day if I want to, if I already have it set in my mind that I'm already gonna do this. So that's something I really want to work on. Along with that, one thing that I want to set as a major goal for 26 is to not criticize myself. You know, I compare myself to people who have been doing YouTube about the same amount of time as me, or, you know, have similar videos to me, and I'm like, why are they growing so much quicker than me? Like, what am I doing wrong? I need to remember that their journey is not my journey. There is a reason why you are growing at the pace that you are. Just be authentic, just be real with the, you know, like your subscribers, and everything will work out. I think that happens with every business. You know, you compare yourself to your competitors. Not that any other YouTubers are my competitors, but you know, if you have similar numbers, or if you started around the same time, like, why is one person doing so much better than me? So I really need to stop with the criticism and just keep doing it for the reason that I started, which is because I wanted to talk to you guys. I love making videos. I think it's so much fun. I have so much to offer you guys, whether it's beauty, travel, vlogs, lifestyle stuff. Like, I love making videos, and it's not about the views at all, but I do get hung up on that stuff because I'm super analytical, like, to a fault, and so it's something I'm constantly looking at. Okay, the brows are looking good. I'm gonna just put a little bit of this paint pot on. So my next goals are kind of related to my love life, which I know is always the juiciest part. So I am not setting any crazy goals for myself other than I need to be more open to letting love in and less afraid of someone, you know, breaking my heart. I think we set up barriers as women, probably as men too, but you know, if you've gone through kind of a shitty situation where someone might have fucked you over, it's really hard to trust other people. And it's not even that it has anything to do with the other person or what they're doing. Sometimes it just is a defense mechanism. So, you know, you're a little bit more guarded, or you kind of hold back in the relationship. So one of my huge goals is to let love in. So I personally believe in kind of the law of attraction to an extent. My sister is gonna laugh at me because I'm always making fun of her over like manifestation and law of attraction and stuff like that. But you know, like, I believe, like, if you put kind out into this world, you're gonna receive kind back. And that kind of goes with anything. Like, your vibrations are kind of gonna match whatever you're putting out. So if you're being kind of a grumpy bitch, that's what you're gonna receive back. People are gonna be like, oh, you're coming in with this attitude? Well, okay, say less. I will as well, you know. I definitely want to try and attract a genuine good guy. I know it's gonna be a challenge because quarantine. It's like, girl, where are you going? But I think no matter what, I really want to try and just be vulnerable and let love come in. Being vulnerable is a great thing. I think it comes with the most growth. Like, the only time you're actually gonna grow in life is if you do scary things, whether that's a business, a relationship. So take that leap and follow your heart, follow the vibe of the relationship. But again, like I said, don't get it twisted. You know, if I see one red flag, I'm out. I think it's time. So I'm going to actually put a lot of effort towards that this year. I mean, not more than my business or myself, but you know, I think to find the right person for you, you have to be good with yourself. You know, you have to focus on your goals and yourself and like bettering yourself, and I think the right person will come along, or you will attract that right person. I think working on yourself is the best thing you can do to attract the best partner for yourself. Okay, this is a really big one, especially for my working gals. If you are working 40 hours a week, I don't know how your company culture is, but mine does not emphasize taking time off. They act like they do around Christmas, or you know, when you're gonna lose your PTO if you don't use it. You know, they'll say it's important to take time off, you know, healthy work-life balance, but they don't actually, that's not actually how they feel. When I have to take time off, it becomes a huge to-do list. You know, I have to cross-train people, I have to, you know, get a bunch of stuff done pretty much before, and it actually becomes more of a pain in the ass taking time off than just working, because they give you such a laundry list. So with that being said, I still don't give a single fuck. I'm gonna take more time off than I ever have. I really, especially where I live in Minnesota, so it is tundra season like for 6 months straight. So that means I don't see outside. So I'm gonna make it a point to really travel as much as I can during the cold months, you know, traveling every 1 to 2 months, whether it's just like a little 3-day trip just to feel the sun again on my skin, or it's a bigger tropical trip that I saved up for. I'm really going to make an effort to travel as much as possible. I don't really give a fuck if my work has anything to say about it, because first of all, it's my PTO, and second of all, if I don't have PTO, you guys don't gotta pay me. So I have been working for this company for 3 years. The first 2 years, I literally took barely any time off. I only took maybe like 20 hours out of the whole year. So at this point, I feel pretty secure in my job placement with them. I don't really think they could ever say anything to me, because I have really led my team and everything in a different way this year. So I'm going to listen to myself and take some time off. I think it creates amazing memories. You meet new people, you get exposed to different types of people, different experiences, and it kind of is just a huge refresher for me, like refresher that this day-to-day stuff that I have going on isn't as important in the long run, you know? So yeah, right now I have my LA trip next week for my birthday. I try and go away for my birthday every year because it's just kind of a great way to treat yourself. And then after that, I was just talking to my friend, we want to do something in February, like go to an island or to a different country. Things are kind of iffy with COVID right now. I mean, like everything's open. Well, not everything, but the places that we were looking at like Jamaica and Aruba, and just kind of like a chill little vacation, whether we get an Airbnb or go stay at a resort. I've already had COVID, so I'm not stressing about that. She's been working super hard. She's a nurse, so obviously like she's pulling a lot of weight right now. So we were just talking about getting out of here and going somewhere fun like that. So yeah, other than that, just visiting friends and then maybe doing like a little Florida vacation or something like that. I don't know how much I'm going to travel this winter with how COVID is going and like the increasing cases and all of that. I think, you know, it would kind of be irresponsible. I've already had it, but you know, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, so I'm gonna play that stuff by ear. But maybe once it gets warmer, patios are open and stuff like that, it's a little bit safer. I would really like to travel a bit more. Girl, I'm sorry, but I have to mute these group chats sometimes. It just blows up my phone constantly. Okay, I'm back. I just had to go make a video live. Where was I at? I have no idea. I'll just move on to my next goal. And my next goal, honestly, is to make more girlfriends, like meaningful relationships, like friendships. I don't know about you guys, but I find it incredibly difficult to make girlfriends outside of like college, work, you know, like a school setting. I think it's so hard. I don't know if it's where I live. I think that's partially what it is, but where do you guys meet friends? Let your girl know. I mean, not saying that anything with my current friends are wrong. I love my friends to death. They are the most amazing people I've met, the realest bitches. Like, so funny. I love my friends so much. But you know, obviously I want to make new friends, new experiences. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go or how I'm gonna do it, but that is a goal of mine. And also along the lines of that, like kind of separating myself from relationships that no longer serve me. I mean, in all honesty, I don't have any like toxic friendships. If I see something wrong with something my friend's doing, or I don't see something I like, I'm gonna mention to it and, you know, explain, you know, that's you're acting weird, you're doing something weird, and talk through it with a friend. But I also really think it's important to surround yourself with people who have likewise goals, maybe not opinions, you guys can have separate opinions, but goals and just like bettering themselves. Those are typically the people I like to surround myself with, like genuine, nice ass friends. Yeah, I think it's really important if you have a friend that is acting kind of sideways or weird or backstabby, girl, cut that shit off. I don't want to get too much into it, but I had this, my freshman year of college, I had this roommate, and she, you know, when I first met her, I thought she was nice and whatever. I didn't get like an amazing vibe from her. I kind of got like the fake vibe. Kind of lived to impress people, was like super, super boy crazy to the point where she would do anything to get a guy, and I've never had friends like that in my life. I didn't know girls were like that. This chick ended up being so backstabby, like talking to my boyfriend. She like, I think she was trying to steal my boyfriend from me at the time. And I was just like mind blown by it because, again, I have never had girlfriends who put a man over a friendship or put anything else, you know? So she was just, I think she was just very insecure, which now looking back, I'm like, you know what? I just feel bad for you at the end of the day, but at the time I was pissed off. I'm like, how could you do that to me? But yeah, she tried talking to my boyfriend, and one night, like when I was in a fight with him, like I walk into a party and they're dancing together, and I'm like, first of all, I know men aren't shit. So, and he wasn't. He like cheated on me a bunch. I should probably do a story time about this dude because honestly, screams toxic. But yeah, I have so many stories about that relationship. But I'm like, okay, it's one thing for these men to be dogs, but my own roommate? So yeah, there was many instances of her like just being kind of a hoe in lack of better words. I don't even know where I was getting with this. Oh, so if you have a friend who is either unloyal to you, you know, you don't agree with their morals, or, you know, the way they act, girl, cut them off. It is not worth it. So I'm gonna go off camera and do my mascara and put on these lashes, and I will be right back. Guys, it's official. Biden won. Fuck yes, thank God. All I gotta say about that is love wins every time. We have no time for hate. We have no time for being selfish. Yes. You know, I understand having separate views on politics, but this is unlike any other campaign that has ever happened. President Trump is unlike any other president we've ever had. He showed only hatred, separation, and just fucking disgusting bullshit. So I am so happy that our country finally has a chance to make up for all the foolish bullshit that has been going on for the last 4 years. Like, we have killed our relationships with other countries, within our own citizens. Like, there's never been so much separation. So I'm fucking pumped. And you guys can disagree with me. Honestly, if you disagree with me on that, we probably don't need to even keep up a relationship. But you know, I'm not going to entertain any mean comments. They will be deleted immediately. That's all I gotta say about that. I am fucking so happy and relieved, because I don't know how we would have done another 4 years with that fool in the office. Shit, I don't like that color. My lips got all the way messed up. I was on FaceTime with my mom. She called. We're having a little B-Day celebration tonight, so I went ahead and like curled my hair. I gotta do something with these lips real quick. So I still like an eyebrow pencil more than lip liner. My favorite combo has been this Essence lipstick in Special. Yo, it's so pretty. And then we throw a gloss over it and we are done. I picked up this gloss. Girl, when did ColourPop become $9 for some lip gloss. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought $9 lip gloss, but here we are. It's pretty. So yeah, you guys, this is my final little B-Day look. I wanted to get ready with you guys, just talk about my goals for next year, maybe give you guys a little bit of wisdom on what it's like to be 25, what I've learned from being 25, what I hope to achieve being 26. So yeah, thank you for sticking this video out, chatting with me a little bit more. I'm so freaking excited Biden is president. Yes, thank God. Besides that, make sure you give me a follow on Instagram. I'm gonna again be traveling for my birthday, so I will take you guys along if you guys want to see kind of like my day-to-day, and I post on Instagram pretty frequently, so definitely introduce yourself, send me a DM. I would love to meet you guys. But other than that, thanks for hanging out on my birthday. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.